もしかしてあれなのか。
あ、ねえねえ、そういえばさ。
誰に向かって口聞いてんだこのドアホが。いちいちなるなるしんだよ。黙ってろ。堀さん、俺もう嫌だからね。怒鳴るのはこれっきりで。堀さん、俺わかんねえ。
Yo, welcome. So to start, I'm gonna be doing a personal review on Hori and Miyamura and some of my thoughts on certain aspects of the story, but I also want to say apologies on the last video because I didn't put my best effort into it, but I'm gonna for sure do better here in today's video. But yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so to start, I want to break down like portions of the series into summaries so that I can rant a little more clearly and stay on point at least. But for the first part, I want to label it the Hori and Miyamura development section, and it ranges from episodes 1 through 5 of season 1. And before I continue any further, we are just like reviewing season 1 today, but I will eventually get to season 2. But it was a little easier to rewatch season 1 since I had seen it before. But yap. So honestly, I really enjoy this section, and it inspired today's title because, the progression of Hori's feelings for Miyamura and him slowly accepting and even moves first towards the budding relationship, like, it was really realistic, and at no point did the dynamic between the two feel rushed or anything. They both, had troubles in their own lives that held them back from discovering their strong emotions towards each other, but it was nice to see that they could still be friends through the troubles, Alright, so for section 2, I'm gonna go ahead and call it Miyamura's haircut section. And yeah, that's to be a little comedic, but it's also like his turning point in the series, where he like opens up more from his old, to himself and introverted self. But going from episodes 6 through 8 and a little bit past that, it's like when Miyamura cut his hair and shows the progress he's made in becoming more open and mindful of everyone, and most importantly, Hori. And in episode 8, like I was just mentioning, when he has a piece in the beginning where he's talking to his younger self, more like his younger, more disconnected and spiteful self, like no crazy shit, but it's like the perfect imagery that proves the point of him becoming more open and shit, happy. Alright, so a short little segment, but Remy and Rengoku's relationship is kind of cool as well. And in episode 9, it had a showing of their start and like how they got together, and they basically both like books and boom, but just like that's just joking. It's deeper than that, but it's pretty much how they began interacting with one another and discovered their feelings for each other, and even both like at the same time kind of confessed to each other. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw 2 topics into this little portion here. It's not gonna be too long, but I want to speak on, to start, the rise of masochist Hori. So yeah, she likes to an extent, a reasonable extent, I think, of being insulted or intimidated, and it's not exactly annoying or dragged on a lot, so it's honestly great comedic relief. So yeah, I felt inclined to speak on it a little, but I also did want to speak on this image here, and how everybody within the image has a relation to the other, and the square closest to them is the person they have the closest relation to, kinda, sorta. But to start, we'll start with Uda. He's good friends with Miyamura. Miyamura is obviously with Hori. Toru had a crush on Hori, but got rejected early on. And what's her name? Sakura, the one above Toru. She had a crush on him, but kind of lost out to Yoshikawa, who's diagonal with Toru. And then I ain't gonna lie, I forgot the nigga's name next to Yoshikawa and under Toru, but he had a crush on Yoshikawa as well and was competing with Toru. And then you have obviously Remy and Rengoku at the top, and Rengoku is right above Hori because they're childhood best friends and shit like that. But yeah, and the 3 at the top, Remy, Rengoku, and Sakura, they're the student council trio or whatever. I don't know if they're the main leaders of it. I know Rengoku's the student body president, but they've been friends for a long time is my point, but I'm dragging a little. So before I go into my main liking to this anime, I do want to speak on characters I didn't really like or care for too much. And to start, Toru and Yoshikawa, they're alright characters, but honestly don't find them too interesting. Soda, you know, Hori's younger brother, he's cool peeps. And lastly, Sakura Kono. I feel bad for her, for real, because I low-key was Team Sakura Toru, but she didn't win the battle for him, so I just feel kind of bad, especially since she lost to Yuki. And Yuki? Nah, she won just purely based off of being friends with the nigga first. But Sakura was like the better choice. But I'm ranting. Yap. Alright, so my main point now, and we're gonna start with Hori and Miyamura. So I honestly think they have like the perfect realistic relationship. Like it seems that way to me, honestly, at least. And most anime couples have a very prominent niche to them, but for like H&M, they just for the most part had a natural progression from friends to lovers and have natural chemistry with each other, since they are like so alike, but they do also have a lot of differences as well. And they have like no problem with the other's relationships with friends, just full on trust. But I could get into a lot of scenes that show that off, but I'll honestly just recommend the anime to you. It's great, trust. And there's 2 seasons, so maybe I'll do a review on that too here soon. But season 1 was like just a chef's kiss. So like I said, with season 1 as a whole, with the plot being centered around Hori and Miyamura's relationship and also showing others that have started around him, is just peak. And I can't wait to watch season 2, but I'm sure it'll be great. And I just hope they don't add any new characters, because they already have so many for me to remember. Like I already forgot like a lot of them. And to wrap things up, Toru's mom is low-key funny. And also, I didn't mention this, but this topic was recommended to me in the comments by a user that I'll go ahead and add up to the screen here in a second. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I also make sure if y'all have any recommendations, leave them in the comments, and I'll for sure get to them in the near future. But yeah. But with that said, I'll see you in the next video.